I'm Jeannie, and maybe you've watched some of our exercise videos, but this is a special video on stretching. For the past 35, 40 years, I have been stretching with these stretches every single morning, and mainly because I've had car accidents, I've had different injuries, and they usually have you do rehab, and then afterwards you're kind of on your own. And when that happens, a lot of times you get injuries again. So I do these every morning. It makes a big difference if my back is tight or sore or my legs. I do this and I feel so much better. I always do them as soon as I get up. I get up, go to the bathroom, go back to bed. The bed is the best place to do this because if you do it on the floor or you do it on a mat, the surface is harder. And this is much more comfortable and it's easier to stretch. So I'm going to start with exactly what I do every day. And I'm going to get up and move over to normally I would do it in the position that I sleep. But because we're filming this, I'm going to be turning another way. There are several things that you could use for the stretching. This is what I use. It's a stretch band, but if you don't have that and you want to stretch, you can do it without something, or if you have one of these bands, you can use this band. You can use a long dish towel, or you can use a clothesline rope, or you can use a dog leash, which is our doggy's leash, and that works too. But I'm going to just use this because it's the most comfortable. And we'll start. Here. In the morning, everything is pretty stiff. So what I usually do, whatever you're sleeping in is fine. If you have pajamas, you can pull the legs down. But I usually start and I just try to warm up my ankles and my feet a little bit before I even do any of the stretching. So I'll do this to both legs. Back here, this part gets tight really often. So you try to warm it up a little bit. You can reach your toes or this way underneath your arch. And then do the same with the other one. Right back here, this gets really tight. The calf gets really tight. And back here. Now, while we're doing the stretches, anything that feels tight, you can rub it out a little bit, and I'll show you as we go along. I usually start like this. I always start for some reason with the right foot. And you want the band to extend a little bit beyond your toes. And what you're going to do is start out with your leg not totally straight, and we'll straighten in a little bit, but just back and forth. And you're exercising your calf and your arch and your ankle. Now you're going to bring it back slowly. If that feels too tight or you feel it pulling here, and sometimes people get knots back here, just try to rub it out a little bit. Warm it up. Okay. Sometimes it'll be tight here. Wherever you feel the tightness, try to heat it up a little bit. Okay, now bring it as far back as you can. Try to keep your knee straight and just hold it. And now we're going to go down. 1, 2. Again, if it feels tight, stop and rub it out. 3, 4. Okay, now we have different positions with our foot, and this one is called pigeon. So you're going to turn your foot this way, and you're going to go down. 1, 2 with a straight leg, 3, 4. Come back up, straighten it out. This one you turn your foot out this way, and this is called the soccer kick. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to center. We're going to go out to the side, drop it with a straight leg, 1. If it feels tight in here, rub it out. 2, 3, 4. Now, if you have a problem in your lower back and it feels really tight, this is an important exercise, but you have to be careful doing it. You push over and just push. Just press a little bit. 2, 3, 4, and come back to center. You'll feel it here and you might feel it here. Okay, this one, bring your knee in, and you're going to do a leg press. Push 1, 2, go straight out, 3, 4. Now this one, raise your leg like this. You're going to set your ankle on your knee. Okay? Take your outside hand and you're going to put your hand right here and you're going to press 1, 2, 3, 4. Now raise your left knee up, hold it, and probably feel tight right here, and just rub that out. And you'll get used to it. And when you're more advanced, you'll be able to raise the leg up like that. But right now, just leave it like that and hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and come down. Bring your leg down, take the band off, and we're going to put the band on the left leg. And we're going to do exactly the same thing that we did on the right leg. Make sure your band is even and that it's beyond your toes. Press 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it back. This one for me is always tighter. So I have to rub it out a little bit. And bring it back a little more. Hold it. Might feel tight right here too, depending on what you've done. Because every day, if you do something different, you have different muscles that you're going to feel that they get tight and there's some tension in there. Okay, you can go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do the pigeon. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the soccer kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go across. Now this tape, be very careful when you do this. Just press a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And now the press. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do one more on this side that's out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And bring it over. And press 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. 1. It'll be tight probably back here. 2, 3, 4. Raise the leg if you can. Down. Okay. Go back to the right leg. Same position. And this one, we're going to make a circle, and this is for our hip. So you want to keep your shoulders down, and you're going to go all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you put your band down. And what you're going to do now is you're going to take your left leg and you're going to cross it over your right leg. And you're going to move your right foot about 6 inches to the right. And keep your shoulders down, make sure they're flat, and then just let your legs go over and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back to center, undo your legs. Cross your right leg over your left leg. Move it over 6 inches, and over you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always make sure that your shoulders are down. Left leg over your right leg. Now you're going to move your right foot 6 inches to the right. And you're going to drop your left knee over and hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back to center, undo your legs, cross your right leg over your left leg, and move your left foot 6 inches over, and over we go. Make sure those shoulders stay down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back to center. Now raise your left leg over your right leg again. Keep your shoulders down and go all the way over. Make sure those shoulders stay down. And you might only be able to get to here, but eventually you'll be able to do the complete stretch. And then back to center, same thing. Up and over, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back. If it feels tight here or here, just rub it out. Bring your knees into your chest and hold it. Grab underneath and hold it. Spread your legs. Might feel tight in here. Bounce 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to use the band. Put it under both. Might be a little bit easier to do that stretch. And just hold it. Release. Hold it. Release. Hold it. Release. Put both feet together and you're going to push out. Make sure your shoulders stay down, you suck your tummy in, and you're going straight up. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your knees in again. Okay. Now, think of a skeleton hanging. And if you were looking at a skeleton, everything would kind of move on it. The hips would move up and down. What happens with people, their hips get locked and they're not like they are in a skeleton, and you have a chance for getting more injuries. So the important thing is to keep your hips flexible. So what you're going to do is feel with your thumb for your hip bone, and put your thumbs on your hip bones and bring your hand around to the back on both sides. You're going to press down with your left hand and up with your right hand. So you're pressing down and then switching. And all you're doing is trying to loosen up your hips. And eventually you'll feel them move a lot more. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to raise up, keep your knees together, shoulders down and hands here, and hold. 1, suck your tummy in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come down really, 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 really slowly and bring your knees up into your chest. You can do this as many times as you want to, We'll do it one more time, but this is something you can do often, and it's really, really good. It's kind of like, I guess it's called a plank, but also, what's it called? What we do standing up by the chair? I'm trying to remember. And again, okay. Now, this one, hold your legs up like this, and you're going to grab one hand here and one hand here. And you're going to suck your tummy in, push your back down, and what you're going to do is you're going to blow out through your mouth for 20 counts. And I'll let somebody else count for me. But what you're doing is you're strengthening your core by doing this.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay, now, there are different positions that you can do this in, and if you can do the 20 that way, fine. And as you get stronger, you'll be able to do more. But these are the other positions. We've done this one where you're holding onto your knees. You can do it where you push through like this. You can put your legs together and push through like this. You can go to this side, and you can go to this side. And you can do 100 of them. But you got to get stronger in order to do that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to drop your legs like this, put your feet together. And I do this every morning, so you just kind of like relax a little bit. And you think about one thing, especially during this time of this virus, that you have a lot more time at home. But think about one thing that you really want to do that day that will make you feel good. It can be anything. It can be reading a book, having a cup of tea, doing some gardening. But just think about what will make you happy. It can be anything. Calling a friend, calling someone in your family. But think about that so that when you are waking up that morning, you're thinking that you're going to accomplish this thing that's going to make you feel good. Now, slowly bring your knees together. I'm going to show you how to get out of bed, especially if you've hurt your back or anything. This is really important. So what you're going to do is you're going to scoot over to the edge. And always do this anyway, even if you're feeling fine. It's just a smart way to get up. But you're going to kind of roll your body over so that your knees are on your side. And then you're going to lift yourself up like this. Make sure everything feels okay. Swing your legs around, and you're in an upright position. Now, from this position, there are several things that you can do. If you have TMJ, go ahead and just massage your jaw a little bit, and that will help. If you have neck problems, if you are on the computer, what you're going to do before you get up, you're just going to kind of stretch your neck out like this. And if your shoulders feel tight, just move them around a little bit. And then you're going to stretch out. You're going to stretch up, out to the side, out to the side, and then in back. And that's it. And then you can get up and start your day. But I do this every day. And even when I worked, I did an abbreviated version of it, but I did it every day. And it's really important. So I hope that it helps you as much as it helped me. Thank you.